guys, welcome to today's craft kit. Okay, so today I'm using more new paper because I'm a paper person. I love it. I think it's great. So the one that we're going to be using for this craft is this awesome butterfly paper, or moths. I think they're butterflies. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're not really colored like butterflies, so you can certainly make them like moths. And there's also this other side, which is kind of leopard on dark green. It's very bizarre. I don't know why they did that, but the butterflies are what we're doing today. I know we're like in the middle of summer and we're like bright colors, and I'm totally a rainbow gal, except that this time I'm actually making cards in the jewel tones. For some reason, I'm really into the jewel tones right now. And I really just love this idea that I was thinking about. I like this idea of kind of this lighter color, this kind of burgundy as kind of being like the background piece, layered on top of the purple, and then on top of that, the black. Actually, I love that gradation. Oh my gosh. I was just like, oh, this is cool. I just think that's really, really nice. And then we're going to put it on this beautiful ivory, like it's kind of like the Astroparch kind of paper. And then we're going to be cutting out the little butterflies. So there is fussy cutting involved. I'm so sorry. But if you're making this craft kit, then you probably already knew there was fussy cutting involved. But the good part is you only have to cut out as many butterflies as you want. Unfortunately, if you want as many as possible, then you will be cutting out all of the butterflies. But we're just going to start out with a few, and then we'll kind of see where it goes from there. So that's how that's going. I know it's not really anyone's favorite to cut out butterflies, and I'm also not going to be cutting out the antenna because wow, that's going to be annoying. Then when we go to glue them down, we're going to be gluing down the body only. So we're actually going to be bending it in half, putting our fingernails in the middle and kind of bending it like that. And so then that way, when we put it on our paper, they'll be actually sitting up, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute. Okay, so let's get started so we can immediately start doing that, of course. All right, so let's layer on our burgundy. I'm just going to do some little tiny dots of blue. My tape roller, I need to get more tape for it. So I'm currently out. So that's why I don't have my tape with me. Except I do have a tiny little bit of some double-sided tape because I'm going to be using it here in just a moment. As you layer these, you will notice that the dark purple onto the burgundy, there's about 1/4 of an inch border on all 4 sides of the burgundy. Just letting you know that. The reason I'm telling you that is because the layering is a little bit less for the purple and the black. But we're not attaching the black yet. If you happen to have any double-sided tape, this is when we're going to use it. On one side of the black, there was a part of this I desperately needed tape for, so I did bring a little bit. I'm so excited. I have some double-sided tape coming, like this kind of double-sided tape, but in the wider options. Oh, I'm so thrilled. It's going to be amazing. Okay. So now I peel that off. This is the tape that you have to peel off the other side rather than my tape roller, which I totally prefer. Okay, so double-sided tape. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be putting this awesome mesh colored ribbon on. But before we glue it on, I want you to kind of think about where you want it to be. Do you want it to be like this and have all your butterflies appear at the top? That might be kind of cool. Or I am going to cut this in half actually. So I'm going to fold my mesh ribbon in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again. Okay, what we're doing is we're cutting it lengthwise like this, right down the middle, but instead of trying to do that, trying to line it up, I'm just going to fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again. Okay, and then I cut it up the middle one time. So then that way, as I unfold it, it's just one strip like this, and it's another strip. So now you know that's how I do it. Somehow it still is not as even as I was hoping. That was the whole reason for doing it that way. Hopefully on your end it's perfect, because I was intending for it to be perfect. Oh well, that's life. Sometimes that happens. Okay. So now I decided I want these to kind of go diagonal. I knew earlier this is what I was going to do. So I need a little bit double-sided tape on this side too. And we'll do some on this side as well. Okay. All right, so I'm folding mine diagonal like this. across. And I make sure that's flat up against this edge right here. And then same up here at the top. I'm making sure that this diagonal is the same. And again, I'm folding over here. I'm going to turn my paper over, and again, I'm going to fold along that edge right there, so that way it's nice and tight. Okay. All right. So now you can use some more double-sided tape to adhere it down. I am actually just going to use a little bit of glue, I know, as well as my double-sided tape. I know I should not be doing that, but I am. It's just because I probably should do more double-sided tape, but I really like glue for some reason this evening. I really like my deluxe adhesive. It's very nice. Okay, that's what this is. All right. Besides, extra adhesive, why not? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue down my little butterfly. I'm just going to my little dot of glue and then my little butterfly in place. Oh my gosh, I love it. You probably should cut out all the butterflies before you lay them down. I am just going with it and being like, yes, I want this one to go here, and I want this one to go here. So I'm just going to cut some of these chunks out so that I can get in and do some more fussy cutting. Now, the rest of your butterflies, you can put some on the inside if you would like. That would be kind of fun. Or you can cut them out and use them in other projects. Or you could use them as moths and do some sort of cool, like, skull and Day of the Dead thing, or Halloween thing. That would be kind of fun. I know sometimes people end up using butterflies for that, but these are the perfect color for moths. Also, because these are, the kind of background is really light color, kind of like an ivory color. Well, more of like a gray ivory. It's not super ivory. But because they are that color, you can actually color them in with markers or with colored pencils, and you could make them whatever color butterfly you'd like. If you want them to be a monarch butterfly, or maybe you just want to color butterflies. So whoever designed this kind of maybe hopefully thought about that, because really it opened up so many doors and possibilities. All right, so I definitely don't want to do an even amount, because the even amount doesn't really, always kind of looks kind of awkward unless you kind of disperse them kind of asymmetrically. So I am definitely going to probably cut out at least 5 is what I'm thinking. So far I think this is number 4. I'm just kind of bending them as I go with my thumb. So then that way I just kind of bend them in place. Oh, I wanted to put my lid on that. Let's see here. Now, if you were wanted to cut out more and you weren't sure if you should cut out an even or an odd number, once you get past 5, you can do 6 and it won't really matter, because there will be so many that people probably aren't going to count. It's if you're doing like 2 or 4, it seems a little awkward. All right, so I'm going to see how we want to lay this out. I could do like several up here, which would be kind of fun, and then I could do like one down here at the corner. Oh, that would be so cool. And I am going to tell you right now that I'm being not perfect with cutting out my butterflies. So if you feel like you're not being perfect with cutting out your butterflies, like you're cutting off too much of the wing, just know that if you were to look here, I actually cut off a little bit of the wing in a couple areas, but it still looks just fine. It looks just like a butterfly. So you can do something like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and just put them here in the middle. Oh, I already glued that one down. I should not have done that. That's okay. I did, but I don't recommend doing that. Lay them down first and then decide where you want to put. I think I'm going to put all the butterflies in the middle and then leave the outsides open. I think that will be fun. And I think I am going to put one on the inside. Oh, no, I only have one left. I might as well just cut them all out. Yes, that's all the fussy cutting. 3 more? You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to take a break and just glue some down. La, 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 la. We'll glue one there. And here. Oops. It's kind of messy with my glue. And here. Alright. We'll go back to some quick cutting here, so I can quickly get out my butterflies. I'm getting very good at quick fussy cutting since I'm trying to cut out so many butterflies. Oh, that didn't take too long to cut out one. So I'll do 2 more. 2 more little butterflies. I know I've been doing a lot of fussy cutting recently in craft kits, but I feel like there's so much that you can do with a piece of paper. So much. So I always want to try and inspire you guys and give you guys ideas so that hopefully you feel inspired, or maybe you just like watching the videos and learning something. I love showing you guys things. I love teaching ideas. And the companies always come out with new different papers all the time, and so I always get inspired when new things come out. I'm like, oh, we do this, we do this. Also, just on, you know, you could be making little games, you can cut out little shapes with kids. There are so many amazing ideas what you can do with paper and paper crafting. Whoops, I just glued that one down, didn't I? I don't want this to be too even. You probably can have some go some other directions too, if possible. Actually, I kind of wanted them to go, for the most part, in kind of this upward direction here. Alright. Oh, I didn't leave one left so that I could glue one on the inside. That's okay. I don't need to. I guess I could. I do still have one. Oh, I'm going to. Why not? Except it feels like there's an empty space right over here. I'll just scoot that over a little bit. That works. There we are. That's kind of fun. Alright. So now on the inside we'll glue I'm going to glue this butterfly all the way down flat. Because trying to add a dimension onto something like that doesn't really make sense when you're trying to put it on the inside of a card. And there we have it. Oh, cute little butterfly card. And for this one, I decided not to do a sentiment because sometimes you don't need a sentiment. You can just do a little message on the inside and it works great. All right. Oh, that butterfly paper is so much fun. I love that. And I love this burgundy and purple and black combo. Oh, so beautiful. Jewel tones. All right, on to the next one.